children are America's workers and builders of tomorrow. Will they be prepared to work and to build well? To help make the answer yes is your teacher's job, your teacher's trust. The children bring to the school their native abilities, their special talents, and their individual interests. From these, your teachers must evolve a program of the 3R's plus that will develop the skills, understandings, and attitudes needed to make happy, useful citizens. Often at group meetings such as this, parents and other citizens ask questions about today's 3R's. Each teacher stands ready to answer your questions, questions you ask because you are interested in your schools. Different points of view on education are being presented in current magazines and newspapers. And in our community, individuals are asking, do they teach phonics anymore? Why don't they teach our boy the alphabet as I was taught? A father questions. The sailor, whose son is entering first grade, wants to know, what's this reading readiness? At the Board of Education meeting, this citizen asks, what is meant by special education for exceptional children? A taxpayer asks the superintendent why our schools keep costing more money. The postman thinks the schools should help children write and spell better. Do they drill in arithmetic, wonders a bank teller? At a PTA meeting, parents inquire, what do they mean by social studies? What are the schools doing about citizenship training, wonders the traffic officer. Our clergymen want to know how the schools are helping to develop moral and spiritual values. These, your questions, can best be answered in the classrooms, where your children are learning the 3R's plus. You ask about the alphabet. First grade children discover the ABCs. The alphabet wall chart is always before them. S for them is a letter, a sound, the beginning of many words. The ABCs are put to work in individual alphabet books. New words learned are filed in the alphabet box. This is Eddie's beginning dictionary. Lucille, a fifth grader, knows the alphabet and easily finds Alcott as she returns Little Women to its proper place in the library. Jimmy uses the encyclopedia to find more information for his science story about turtles. Learning the alphabet? Yes, but for a purpose, a plus in education today. Sandra's purpose is finding the pronunciation for a new word, cobalt. She can pronounce it because your schools are teaching phonics. Second grade children learn that many words begin with the same sound. They are taught how certain groups of letters sound. They are taught what vowels are and how vowels sound. The sound of long I. The sound of short I. The reading workbook gives each child practice in the new skill. Children learn the reasons why vowels have long or short sounds. Two vowels in a word or syllable. The first vowel is usually long and the second silent. But reading today is more than knowing how to say words. Children in today's schools read to learn what is going on in today's world. They read to follow directions. Being able to locate facts quickly is important in reading today. The plus of reading also emphasizes understanding. These children are talking about what they have read silently. They give different interpretations, share ideas, and correct wrong impressions. Through group discussions, such as this, these children better understand what they have read. Does this page of symbols mean anything to most of you? A printed page looks just as confusing to a beginning reader because he has not yet learned to interpret letter symbols. Some first graders are given a readiness test to help the teacher determine which children are ready to read. Young children's drawings show a definite pattern of development. They are used as one part of these tests to indicate to the teacher how far each child has progressed in recognizing form. These drawings were made by children of the same age when they were asked to draw a man. As part of the reading readiness program, children are trained to look from left to right. Connie and Ronald are taught to see similarities and differences in pictures so that they will be able to recognize differences in letter symbols. Ronnie and Tanya are learning to recognize words as they match them in a chart story. Phonics and the alphabet help children learn to spell. Patty is arranging words in alphabetical order. Danny is dividing them into syllables. Kenneth is placing the accent marks. Christine and Janet, who need extra practice, are testing each other. Ellen, who spells easily, illustrates the plus of spelling as she uses the weekly words in an original story. You ask about arithmetic drill. Deanna and Wilda know they must practice, just as their parents and grandparents did, to memorize the number facts. Susan does her best work daily because she knows this is the way to improve. Individual practice to suit each child's need is a regular part of the arithmetic program. But the plus of arithmetic emphasizes what a number means to a child. Kindergarten children come to understand the importance of numbers as they add their street and telephone numbers to the class mural. Second grade children work with numbers. Using colored water, they prove the table of liquid measures. Film strips help upper grade children understand the meaning of fractions. A fraction wheel, another visual aid, illustrates the problem. Leonard and Tommy find a purpose for fractions as they make a diagram of the solar system. Practice with a purpose also improves handwriting. In the first grade, children are taught manuscript because it is like the print they see in their readers, and it is better suited to small hands. By the third grade, most children are ready to change to regular writing. They learn that daily practice is just as necessary in handwriting as it is in spelling and arithmetic. Upper grade children practice to improve their handwriting in all written work. The teacher is always alert to give individual help when needed. This is another plus factor in education today. In social studies, this class is learning about the Louisiana Purchase. As Susan writes a letter requesting information, she uses her best writing, spelling, and language. What is social studies? History is one part. While studying our American heritage, these children are reliving the lives of a pioneer family. They are learning that just as it was necessary for their forefathers to learn to work in groups, to share with one another, and to consider the rights of others, so it is today, for this is the American way of life. Geography is another part of social studies. Jimmy is tracing the Oregon Trail. While they made this map, the class learned the location of the states along the trail. Science also is related to social studies. Science is questioning, testing, knowing. It is for some children the chance to pursue their individual interests. Children are not all interested in the same things. They do not learn at the same rate or in the same way, for individuals are all different. But in America, every child is important. The plus of education today provides specialized training. These children with impaired hearing are following directions as they read their teacher's lips. The speech therapist helps Jane, whose tongue sometimes trips over words. The home teacher provides a modified program for Linda, who has had rheumatic fever. This school, with special facilities and a special program for physically handicapped children, teaches the 3R's plus. Here, Sharon looks forward daily to new experiences in learning. The plus of education today gives children in a special class for slow learners the satisfaction of working together and the opportunity to think of others while making a papier-mâché horse for the kindergarten. Spelling, writing, and reading are centered around this activity. The school psychologist uses a form board as one method to test the learning capacities of children. The plus of education today provides challenge for children who have exceptional ability. Providing education for every child costs money. Today's dollar buys less. But more children are coming to school. They start earlier and they stay longer. More days have been added to the school year. More subjects have been added by law to the school curriculum. The increased number of state textbooks since 1910 points out the fact that modern living demands more diversified knowledge. But book knowledge alone is not sufficient. The 3R's Plus is concerned with the mental, moral, spiritual, and physical development of the child. Today's schools offer children the opportunity to learn the importance of good health. Today's schools help children to build strong bodies. Today's schools give children the opportunity to grow in appreciation by learning to hear and by learning to see. Self-expression forms the basis of appreciation. Today's schools, through music, through art, and through literature, offer children the opportunity to experience the satisfaction that comes from the creative use of leisure time. Children in today's schools experience democracy in action through student councils. The Junior Red Cross helps children become aware of the needs of people in other lands. To be able to locate these other countries on a globe is important in today's world, but not enough. While science has decreased distances between countries, it has increased the need for mutual understanding and service. The 3R's, reading, writing, and arithmetic, are more important than ever before. But in today's schools, Avis must learn not only to read words, but also to understand what she reads. She will use this understanding to enrich her own life and to give service to others. In today's schools, David must learn not only the legible formation of letters, but also a respect for the truth in all he writes. In today's schools, Donald must learn not only the number facts, but also the importance of using these facts to serve his fellow men. Mary, Dick, and John, all of these, your children, are the workers and builders of tomorrow. May God grant that the 3R's Plus give these children the knowledge, attitudes, and strength necessary to build a better tomorrow.